All right, here we go. Same thing. It's still a proportion. It's still a fraction equal to another fraction, which means we have size difference here. We're just different types of denominator. So they're saying that this fraction is equal to this fraction, so it's a proportion. And we can take the numerator and the denominator of the other one, or the denominator and the numerator of the other one, and come up with this. Now, I always prefer, especially one like this, to take the variable, which is the m plus 9, and multiply it to the other one. So we're at the top, we go to the bottom. So what we're going to do is put the 2 in front, put the m plus 9 in parentheses, and that should look familiar to you. That's distribute. That's the very first step. Now we have, on the other side, we must set it to equal because they're set to equal. We have a 9 and a 5. So that's just 9 times 5. We have our algebraic equation here, so we just need to solve it. So our first thing, as always, is to distribute. 2 times 1 is 2 with 1m. 2 times 9 is 18. We have our equal sign. 9 times 5 is 45. What do we do next? Well, can we combine like terms? No. Is there an extra variable over here? No. Is there something added or subtracted to the variable m? Yes, it's 18. So we're going to subtract 18 from both sides of the equation. Does anybody have that? What is 45 minus 18? What's that? 27. And we do our final step, which is to divide by 2. So we did, what, 3 of the 5 steps? By the way, when you do 27 divided by 2, at home you'll get 13.5. Here, you're just going to leave it as 27 over 2. We're going to leave it as an improper fraction. Okay? I went pretty far on that, so I don't know how it's going to look for this next one. Does everybody have that? All right, we're just going to leave it as 27 over 2. That's an improper fraction that is converted to the least amount. Cover that up. There we go. Out of sight, out of mind, right? We're going to do the same thing. Here is my variable. I go down to the other side. Since it's on the top, I go down to the bottom. And I'm going to put the 3 first, followed by the b plus 1. Could you do b plus 1 and then put 3 in parentheses? You can still distribute that. This looks better because you're used to seeing it. They are equal to each other, so we have to set them equal to each other. What are we doing here? You can clearly see the other 2. One on the top, one on the bottom. That's 9 times 7. We distribute. 3 times 1 is 3, and 1b. 3 times 1 is 3. 9 times 7, 63. We distributed. Now, can we combine like terms? No, these two can't go together. There's nothing over here to combine. There's no extra variable. It's the third step. There's a variable there, but nothing on that side. We can skip that step. There is something added to the b, which is that plus 3. So we are going to subtract 3 from both sides. These two opposite operations are gone. They become 0. Bring down that 3b. 63 minus 3 is 60. And the final step is remove its multiplied or divided. Well, it's the 3. So we divide by 3. Our 3's are gone. And 60 divided by 3 is what? Should have came out with 20. Sometimes they're nice and even, sometimes they're improper fractions. So all we're doing is the same thing as we did the last 2 days, except now we're just making these a little bit bigger, a little bit larger ones. And then guess what? Tomorrow we'll have the same thing, and then the next day we're going to have actually another binomial. So you have a binomial here and a binomial there. You're going to have to get rid of the extra variable. So those little algebraic equations, those 5 steps come back all the time to haunt us. That's why I said at the very beginning, if you're really good at those 5 steps, you're going to do smooth through the remainder of algebra. Once again, I find my variable, I circle it, I go to the other side, to the opposite. This one's on the bottom, so I go to the top. No, bottom, go to the top. If it's top, go to the bottom. All right? We're going to do 9 times x plus 10, our binomial. They're set equal to each other because they're equal to each other. And we can clearly see 2 times 6. Wonderful little graphic organizer helps us see that. Yep, you guessed it. Distribute. 9 times 1 is 9, 1x. 9 times 10, 90. 2 times 6, 12. That was the distribute part. No combined like terms. No extra variable. That'll happen in a couple days. But there is something added or subtracted to the x. We need to get rid of that first. So 90 is added. So we're going to subtract 90. Oops, 90 from both sides. We're left with 9x on that side. 12 minus 90, anybody? Negative 78. Very good. And our final step then, always, since this is 9 times x, we're going to divide by 9 because the opposite of times is divide. Negative 78 divided by 9, what do we get? It says that's it, isn't it? Negative 26 over 3. Okay. Then there's a, yeah. The answer I have on there for number 3 is not right. That's my error. That's okay. It's an example, so it doesn't matter. I was doing a whole bunch of these because I had to manually enter those in. So this is the right answer. Because 3 goes into that. That's 15. 7 plus 8 is 15, so it's divisible by 3. Both the top and the bottom are divisible by 3. So yep, that's the correct answer. What I have on the sheet is not. The decimal is correct, the fraction is not. All right, number 4. Once again, I'm going to find my variable. There it is. I'm going to go across and move up. Since I'm down, I move up. I'm going to put the 3 first. It just looks prettier. And then go the other direction, which you can clearly see the 9 and the 9, so 9 times 9. We are going to distribute. That's 3n. 3 times 2 is 6. 9 times 9, 81. No combined like terms, no extra variable, but there is something added or subtracted to the end. That's the 6. Our 6's are gone. We're left with 3n. 81 minus 6, 75. And then 3, we're going to divide by the 3. We have to get rid of it because we want to know what n is, not what 3n is. Whoops. 75 divided by 3 is 25. There you go. I don't think I need to do 6. I think you guys are good to go. Basically, it's just making sure you understand this part, and then this you should know. This is just solving equations. All you're doing is making it into an equation. You're making these proportions into equations. Once you get there, that should be a home run. All right, have a good one. If you have any questions, let me know. Bye.